Good morning, everyone. This is Srikant, Rajan, and welcome back to the Stock Market Podcast from MPIinvest.com. Coming to the market yesterday, of course, as we had discussed, the market was absolutely volatile, isn't it? Actually, as soon as the market opened, there was a fall and then a big rise, and from there it just continued to fall the entire day. And in the last 2 hours, the kind of rally it did and finally closed in the green was something, of course, very dramatic. So a lot of drama going across on the Adani stocks. Yesterday we could see that almost every other Adani stock was going down, while we could see that Adani Enterprise, which is actually the stock which is actually undergoing the FPO, actually trying to move up. At one point of time, it was about 7 to 8%, and from there again, it is still closed in the green. So that is something interesting, of course. The way the corporate affairs are, running the stock market right now. So, however, if you see, the subscription to FPO is still not up to the mark. So as of yesterday evening, I think the subscription was just about 3%. I am still wondering who are those people who actually subscribe when the stock price is much lower than the FPO price. So FPO price is around 3,100, whereas the stock price right now is about 2,800, 900. So around 900 to 900 yesterday after the rally. But still, there is some people subscribing. In fact, there was also news that a firm from Abu Dhabi is investing a huge sum into the company through FPO, and all those things are something which is, of course, looks interesting. In fact, as we had discussed yesterday, definitely it is fun to watch how corporate bigwigs, manage such situation and how they come out of it. Because see, one important thing today is the close of FPO. If the FPO is not subscribed at least 90%, the entire fund will have to be given back to the people who have given it. That is the first thing. But then, what will happen if such a case happens is that Adani might lose its face, and then probably the sell-off can actually intensify more. So that can be a risk. So how are things being managed is something that we need to watch out. Now they have two options. One is, of course, to reduce the FPO price, which the company has already come out and told they are not going to reduce the FPO price. So that is one thing. Second thing is they can extend the date. So today is a closing. Instead, they can try to extend the date for the FPO. But what will happen today is the big question. So that's something that needs to be watched. So, of course, Adani story itself is something that is interesting to watch and see what's happening now and how this entire controversy is getting closed, and will the FPO get subscribed? Because if the FPO doesn't get subscribed for a company like Adani, then that can actually trigger a lot of negativity on the company. So that's also something that needs to be watched. So with all this, of course, Adani fiasco is going to make the markets continuously volatile. And along with that, yesterday there were some results that came in. So Tech Mahindra came up with results. It was as expected. It was not as good as last year, but then it did still beat the analyst expectation. So that's something good, because if you see, Tech Mahindra is one IT stock which has been on a long consolidation phase for a really long time. So that probably can change, and probably we could see some direction to the trend is what I would say. So of course that is something to be watched out. Apart from that, we could see a dramatic recovery in the banking sector yesterday. We could see, one example is SBIN. SBIN at one point of time just rallied up in the morning. From there, it touched close to 551, and from there it came down all the way to 520-30 range, and from there again it recovered. So that was the kind of volatility we could see in the PSU banks. In fact, PSU banks at the end of the day yesterday actually closed in the green. The banking sector also, if you see ICICI, Axis Bank, HDFC Bank, all of them actually closed in the green yesterday. So that's something on the good side, I would say. But then, of course, the markets will continue to be jittery, because tomorrow is the union budget in India. And that's something where the major focus is on right now. And along with that, the US Federal Reserve meeting has already commenced, the details of which will be coming out tomorrow evening. So with all this, events lined up, definitely we could see the US markets kind of cracking yesterday. Yesterday, the Dow Jones was down by almost 1%, and then Nasdaq was down by almost 1.5+%. So it was overall a negative day in the US as well. So if you look at how the Indian markets are reacting, Indian markets have been already very bearish of late. So with that, the kind of bearishness that is seen in India right now, this US bearishness may not be affected. But still, of course, like we discussed yesterday, there was one beautiful point, if you remember. The market took support at that big 17,400 level that we had spoken about yesterday. So will that sustain is the big question. So let us look forward for the markets to kind of work right and ensure that they sustain these levels, because 17,400 is an important level. However, technically this is a very important support, but then during such events there are times when technicals don't work. So this is one such scenario. So if at all you find 17,400 broken briefly also, let us kind of hold on to the technical till tomorrow. Yes. So once tomorrow is over, we could get the markets back to normal. So tomorrow is of course Wednesday, and then Thursday. So let this expiry go, and from Friday is what we will probably have a very good direction to the market. But until then, today and tomorrow is going to be absolutely volatile. So that's something that we need to watch out. So that's it for now. I know there is some issue with my video again. It's getting stuck. I'm trying to get it resolved. But I'm not sure what exactly is the problem. Let us see. We'll get it resolved soon. So till then, this is Srikant. I'm signing off until we catch up on the next podcast tomorrow. But before we leave, do press the like button if you love the content that we share, and do share the podcast with your friends and relatives to help them learn and invest together with us. Goodbye and have a great day.